If you stop eating for exactly 72 hours, something extraordinary happens inside your cells that most conventional doctors completely miss. Your body stops operating on basic survival mode and shifts into a state of high-efficiency cellular recycling that literally trades your oldest, most damaged fat cells for biological youth. But if you do not know the exact hour this metabolic switch flips, and if you make the critical mistake that most people make on day 2, you will completely shut down this process and cause your cortisol levels to spike through the roof. Right now, if you are truly serious about your longevity, type the word youth in the comments below so your brain locks this concept in. Hit the like button so this vital health information reaches more people who need it, and subscribe to the Metabolic Health Lab channel right now, because what I am about to reveal over the next few minutes will completely change how you view fat loss, insulin, and cellular aging. When you enter a 72-hour fasting window, your body goes through a highly predictable, hour-by-hour biological transformation. The problem is that most people look at fasting as simply starving the body to lose a few pounds. They do not realize that your body runs on 2 completely distinct fuel systems and 2 opposing cellular signals. The first signal is called mTOR, which is a growth mechanism. When mTOR is elevated, your body is building, storing, and creating new tissues. This happens when you eat proteins, when you eat carbohydrates, and when you raise your insulin levels. The second signal is autophagy, which is the body's self-cleaning mechanism. You cannot have both running at peak capacity at the same time. To activate the deepest levels of autophagy, you have to systematically lower mTOR, and the most effective way to do that is to completely remove food for 3 consecutive days. Let us break down exactly what happens during the first 24 hours, because this sets the entire foundation for the miracle that occurs on day 3. The moment you finish your last meal, your body is burning through the glucose circulating in your bloodstream. Once that glucose is gone, your liver has to tap into its backup fuel tank, which is called glycogen. Glycogen is simply stored glucose, and it is heavily bound to water molecules. For every single gram of glycogen your liver stores, it holds about 3 to 4 grams of water. This explains why, during the first 24 to 36 hours of a fast, you might notice a sudden drop on the scale or realize your clothes are fitting a bit looser. You are not burning pure fat just yet. You are dumping massive amounts of stored glycogen and water. But here is what most people completely miss during this initial fluid dump. When your kidneys get the signal that insulin has dropped to baseline levels, they receive a direct command to flush out excess sodium. If you are not actively replacing that sodium with a high-quality sea salt, your blood volume drops, your blood pressure fluctuates, and by hour 36, you will start experiencing what people call the keto flu. You will feel dizzy, fatigued, and irritable. If this has ever happened to you during a diet or a short fast, drop a yes in the comments right now, because I want to show you how to fix it instantly. That fatigue is not caused by a lack of food. It is a direct result of low sodium. Just a teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt dissolved in water throughout the day can completely eliminate the dizziness and keep your energy completely stable. As you push past the 24-hour mark and enter day 2, you cross into the most difficult phase of the entire 72-hour journey. This is the exact territory where most people give up because the psychological cravings and physical transitions peak. Your cellular machinery is working incredibly hard to switch from running on sugar to running on fat. Your liver is working overtime to produce ketones, which are water-soluble fat molecules that can easily cross the blood-brain barrier to supply your brain with an incredibly clean, high-octane source of fuel. And this is where things get even more serious. If your body struggles to make this adaptation smoothly, your brain perceives a temporary energy crisis. To compensate, it releases cortisol and adrenaline. Cortisol is your primary stress hormone, and if it rises too high because your electrolytes are depleted, you will experience sudden nighttime anxiety, a racing mind, and severe insomnia. You will find yourself lying awake at 2 a.m., wondering why you cannot sleep, even though you haven't eaten all day. If you have ever experienced that sudden surge of nervous energy or late-night anxiety when cutting back on food, hit that like button right now, because it means your cortisol is spiking due to a hidden salt deficiency. When you give your body enough sodium and potassium during this transition, it blunts that cortisol spike, relaxes your nervous system, and allows you to glide smoothly into the fat-burning zone. What happens next is the part nobody talks about. Once you successfully navigate the challenges of the 48-hour mark, you wake up on day 3 and the entire experience changes. Around hour 60 to 72, your insulin levels hit an absolute rock bottom baseline, and your body officially unlocks the deepest state of autophagy. Autophagy literally means self-eating, but it is not a destructive process. Think of it as a highly sophisticated internal vacuum cleaner that roams through your tissues looking for damaged proteins, misfolded cellular structures, and worn-out mitochondria. Your mitochondria are the cellular power plants that generate every single unit of energy your body uses to think, move, and heal. Over decades of consuming refined sugars, frequent meals, and processed carbs, these power plants become severely damaged and polluted. They become highly inefficient, producing massive amounts of free radicals and chronic inflammation. This structural damage is at the absolute core of premature aging, memory decline, and age-related metabolic dysfunction. But during hour 72 of a fast, because your body has no external food coming in, it is forced to look inward for raw materials. It selectively targets these broken, toxic mitochondria, breaks them down into basic amino acids, and uses those components to build brand new, perfectly functioning power plants. This is the exact hour your body starts trading its metabolic junk for biological youth. If you are realizing for the first time how powerful this self-cleaning cycle truly is, make sure you are subscribed to the Metabolic Health Lab channel, because we break down these exact metabolic triggers every single week to help you reverse cellular damage without complicated medications. The benefits of reaching this 72-hour peak extend far beyond just cleaning up your internal cellular power plants. At this exact threshold, your body triggers a massive, unprecedented spike in human growth hormone, or HGH. Growth hormone is the ultimate anti-aging molecule. It is responsible for tissue repair, muscle preservation, collagen production, and skin elasticity. Under normal circumstances, as we cross age 40 and 50, our natural production of growth hormone drops off a cliff, leading to loss of lean muscle mass, thinner skin, and slower recovery times. However, studies show that an extended 72-hour fast can increase your natural growth hormone production by up to 300 to 500%. This massive surge acts as a biological shield. It prevents your body from breaking down your lean muscle mass for fuel, ensuring that 99% of the weight you lose during this phase comes directly from your deepest fat stores, specifically the dangerous visceral fat wrapping around your internal organs and clogging your liver. But the cellular cleanup does not stop with fat and proteins. One of the most shocking discoveries about deep autophagy is its ability to target and eliminate intracellular pathogens. Throughout your life, you are exposed to various viruses, bacteria, and microbes. Many of these pathogens are never truly eliminated by your immune system. Instead, they go dormant, hiding inside your deep tissues and nervous system, waiting for moments of high stress or low immunity to creep back out and cause chronic symptoms. When you hit the peak hours of a 72-hour water fast, your immune cells undergo a process called mitophagy and macroautophagy. They literally consume these dormant intracellular hitchhikers, breaking down viral proteins and old bacterial remnants that have been lingering in your body for years. This is a profound, deep immune reset that you simply cannot buy in a supplement bottle or get from a daily routine change alone. As you approach the end of the 72-hour window, you will notice a profound shift in your cognitive function and mood. Many people expect to feel completely wiped out and depressed by the third day without food, but the exact opposite happens. Your brain is now completely flooded with ketones, which produce a specialized protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. BDNF acts like fertilizer for your brain cells, stimulating the growth of new neurons in the hippocampus, which is the center for learning and memory. This is why, by hour 72, a wave of intense mental clarity, sharp focus, and elevated mood washes over you. Your body has successfully adapted to its primitive survival mechanism, prioritizing cognitive sharpness so you can function at your absolute best. Now, as incredible as all of these benefits sound, the absolute most critical phase of the entire 72-hour protocol is not the fast itself, it is the exact moment you choose to break it. This is where so many well-intentioned individuals completely ruin their results and put their health in actual danger. After 3 days of absolute digestive rest, your pancreas, your stomach lining, and your intestinal enzymes have completely gone to sleep. If you break your 72-hour fast with a heavy meal, a large portion of protein, or worse, refined carbohydrates and sugars, you will trigger a massive, volatile spike in insulin. This sudden rush of insulin causes your cells to rapidly pull minerals like phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium out of your bloodstream. This can cause severe cramping, extreme bloating, intense digestive distress, and a dangerous medical condition known as refeeding syndrome. To protect the biological youth and cellular cleaning you just spent 3 days achieving, you must transition back to eating slowly and strategically. You should start with just 1 to 2 cups of warm, organic bone broth. Bone broth is rich in specific amino acids like glycine, which gently coats and heals the gut lining without triggering a massive digestive demands or major insulin responses. Wait at least an hour or two after the broth, and then you can introduce a small amount of fermented vegetables like sauerkraut or kimchi, or a small portion of easily digestible healthy fats like half an avocado with a pinch of sea salt. This gentle, stepwise reintroduction allows your digestive system to wake up safely, keeping your insulin stable and ensuring that the growth hormone and stem cells you just stimulated can go directly toward rebuilding your tissues. Fasting for 72 hours is a beautiful dance between cleaning the body and building the body. You use the fast to clear out the toxic arthritic inflammation, the old pathogens, and the damaged fat cells. Then, you use high-quality nutrition and healthy protein in the days following the fast to activate mTOR safely and rebuild a stronger, more resilient physical structure. If you are ready to take control of your aging process and unlock this deep metabolic reset, I want you to perform 3 simple steps right now to finalize this commitment to your health. First, write the keyword reset in the comments section below so we can see how many people are dedicated to transforming their cellular health this year. Second, make sure you hit the like button to help push this critical message past the mainstream noise. And finally, subscribe to the Metabolic Health Lab channel right now so you never miss another deep, data-driven strategy to optimize your insulin, maximize your fat burning, and reclaim your biological youth.